challenge does Tampa present to you guys?
Yeah, obviously extremely well experienced, accomplished a lot. Just make it very difficult on you in all areas of the game. They obviously missed some key players, but they seem to just keep rolling along. Obviously extremely quick. Defend really well. Great goaltending. So we know we got to get back to more of our game for a full 60.
Does the prep change at all, just given that there were key players who were in that game last time that weren't in this?
Yeah, I think you just recognize what those players do, how they impact the game, and some of their tendencies. But in terms of maybe their identity or the way they play as a group, doesn't really change a whole lot. So acknowledge some of those things, but not a whole lot changes, I think, overall from the way they play the game.
You've had pretty good success against Tampa in your career, and going up against Vasilevsky, how do you approach a goalie like that who's put up crazy numbers in the last few years?
Yeah, obviously he's been tremendous, extremely talented, has so many of the physical tools and a tremendous skill set. So I think you believe in yourself as a shooter first and foremost, and I don't think you want to be too picky. I think just trying to quick and decisive with what you see or what you think you might have available, and anytime make a goal you have to work throughout the night, second, third opportunities. Those are going to be your best chances, especially against a guy like him. Just making it difficult for him around his net, not feeling comfortable, which isn't easy to do, especially a team that defends really well in front of him. So he's one of the toughest tests in the league.
I kind of know the answer to this, but how much do you take note of the fact that John's coaching tonight, so we know where he's going to be coaching in February?
Honestly, I don't put really anything into it. I think I just want to focus on the way I need to play for the Maple Leafs and the challenge the Lightning present, and just let that kind of take care of itself. If I just do my job here, it'll give me my best chance to be a part of that when that time comes around. He's going to coach to win tonight and make it difficult on our team and all our players and with their group. So not really putting too much thought into that. I think you just want to go out there and play your game, help your team.
Generally, has that crept into your thinking at all a little bit more, getting closer to the middle of January and
not too much. I think we know the final commitments still have to be kind of made in the coming weeks here. So just wondering where those things are at periodically. But other than that, really worrying about it too much. We've had so much hockey here, a lot of travel, just trying to get yourself geared up, prepared, and then to recover when you get your days off and your days in between games. With just so much hockey here right up until then, and especially till Christmas for us.
What is it about Kerfoot's game that he's been such a nice compliment to you and Willie?
Yeah, I think Kerf's ability to play different roles and different spots. He adapts very well. He thinks the game really good, and he's very quick. He puts pressure on the opponent, whether it's on the forecheck or coming back defensively. He can play the middle, the middle part of the ice, and obviously along the walls and on the wing too. So I think he's just got a good awareness to him with his own game and the guys that he's playing with. So he finds a way to adapt his game that way. He can obviously make plays when they're there, have good finisher on the net, just reliable in all areas. So when you have a guy that's so dependable, so predictable that way, it just makes the game so much easier for you.
I don't know if you saw that Jake Muzzin took a spill as soon as he stepped out onto the ice. Was someone pulling a prank on him?
I didn't see that, so no, I didn't see it, so no idea. But if someone did, that'd be pretty good. Yeah, I wish I did see it.
John, did you get a chance to catch the Ducks goal the other night with Zegras and Milano, and just sort of where the game has come over the last 15 years or so? Because I feel like, back in the day, nobody would have even thought.
Yeah, I think just not only is the talent there, which is phenomenal to see, but I think the belief and the confidence to do it in a game and at this level, it's not easy. And the game is obviously extremely competitive, really fast, can be very structured at times. So when you have someone that can just see outside the box and look at things differently and then have the skill set to be able to pull it off is pretty remarkable. So it was a hell of a goal and something that especially being in Buffalo, reminded me of my uncle doing a lot of work behind the net. So, it was a hell of a play.
John, you've always had really good face-off percentage numbers, but I noted this year, you're in the top 5. Have you made any adjustments to what you're doing this year, or is it just one of those things?
Yeah, I think it's just continued evolution. I think with experience and just doing it thousands and thousands of times now. You get very familiar with your opponents. I think very comfortable with what makes you successful in that area, and then what adjustments you have to make, whether it's year to year, game to game, even period to period, and you just I think just continue to grow and find ways you can be better, especially something that's kind of not talked about a whole lot, but is obviously extremely impactful in the game and something that I do quite a bit. So I know the importance of that. And I've had any of the guys, I think our group here, just as a group, the way we all compete on face-offs and any 50-50 pucks and loose ones that we seem to win more often than not go a long way in helping you get more opportunities as a group and for me to benefit on winning draws. So, as a 5-man group, we do a really good job of just executing in those areas.
One quick follow-up. Are you one of those guys, you watch video on your opponent's face-offs before games? Or
It depends. It depends. Sometimes you get such a good feel for certain opponents and certain teams, and then and also sometimes you just want to focus on what you're doing, not putting so much thought. It can be a little bit of a chess game at times in the circle. Sometimes it's just to kind of simplify and just worry about what you're doing and kind of your approach and your process through that. Other times you want some more familiarity, or maybe your timing's off a little bit and you want to get a little more familiar with what's going on the other side of the dot and who you're going up against and how to help in those areas. So it kind of just changes over the course of the season depending where you're at.